We are learning to use thinking maps to plan for writing. Today we are going to be using a double bubble map. A double bubble map we use when we want to see the things that are the same between two things and the things that are different about two things. We are going to think about what your class was like in 2018, that's last year. And we're going to see what your class is like this year, 2019. The first thing we're going to do is see what is in common with both the classes, your class from last year and your class from this year. The first thing that both classes have in common is that we did reading, writing and maths. We did that in our class last year and we do that in our class this year. The second thing that's the same about both classes is they were both in the Ruahine team. The third thing that's the same is that my teacher last year was a female and my teacher this year is a female. Can you think of another thing that is the same about your class last year and your class this year? Now we are thinking about the things that are just about your class last year. One of the things that's just about last year's class was you had different friends. You could even put the names of your friends there. Can you think of some other things that are just about your class last year? It might be that you did more science. It might be that the work was easier. Or it might be something like you got to do investigation time every day. Now we're thinking about the things that are just about this year. The first thing I've written is that my teacher is Mrs. Wilson. If Mrs. Wilson wasn't your teacher last year, then you can write that here. If I was your teacher last year, then you won't be able to write this one. Now can you think of some other things that are just about this year? It might be that the work is harder. It might be that you have some new friends in your class and you might be able to even write their names here. Think of some ideas about things that are about your class this year that didn't happen last year. Then, as you go to write, make sure you tick off all the things as you put them into your writing. The things that were just about last year, the things that are the same about both classes, and the things that are just about this year.